Hello and welcome to Two's Company. My guest today joined the Royal Navy in 1987 and served for 11 years. She then spent 12 years in the NHS working as a telephonist and subsequently a healthcare supporter. After retiring, she and her husband moved to Campbell in 2014 and quickly took on the role of District Welfare and Community Coordinator for the Royal British Legion. Today, keeping me company is Billie Graham Thomas.
Hello,
Hi, Billie.
Louise. How are you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, I know this isn't your first time on the show, but today we're going to focus more on your role in the British Legion and the fundraising activities that go on.
We are, yes, thank you.
So, firstly, what is your role in the British Legion? Why did you choose to take it on?
I have no idea. No, I do. I chose to take this role on because I'd started off as a branch community supporter, and I was a caseworker for the Royal British Legion as well. All voluntary roles over here, overseas in Spain, they're all voluntary roles. And then a couple of years ago, my predecessor was retiring and asked me if I would take the role over as the district welfare coordinator. And I said yes, because I just thought, as a veteran myself, I want to be able to help people the way that I'd been helped.
Yep.
And I wanted to make sure it continued like that. So I chose to take the role over.
You're in a good position to do that, as you've been in the Navy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so what does the British Legion actually do for people?
It does a variety of things. So we can help by simple things as just being telephone buddies.
Okay.
We can help with home and hospital visits to make sure people have the loneliness that happens from COVID alleviated, so that they have someone to talk to.
Okay.
We can visit people in hospitals when they need it. When they ask for visits, we can go and visit people in hospitals. But then we go to the financial side of things, and we are the only charity that's allowed to operate overseas at the moment, the only military charity that's allowed to operate overseas. And we come and step in when they need financial assistance.
Okay.
And we can try and assist with financial matters.
And how does that help? What financial matters are? Can you give me some examples?
So, for example, at the top end of things, which is when people become infirm or have, unfortunately like myself, have accidents, or when we get older and we need more assistance around the house, we can do adaptations to houses.
Right.
We can provide mobility aids to help people get around, because when you're stuck in a house and the only thing that you need to be able to get out and about is a mobility scooter, isn't that a wonderful thing to provide somebody?
It's instant. Yep.
It's an instant, out you go.
Yep.
And you can go back out into the big wide world and go and socialise and have that life that you should be having.
Okay.
We can provide hospital beds at home. We provide care, certain amount of care we're allowed to provide.
Right.
Financial things such as repatriation. We've noticed there's an upsurge just recently in people wanting to repatriate back to the UK, especially if they've lost someone, if they've lost their loved one and they want to go back where family are, and their family's in the UK, and they want to be closer to family. So we've been able to help repatriate people back to the UK. We've had solo people who've lost everybody, basically. Right. And we've been able to accommodate them in the Royal British Legion home in the UK as well. So they've gone to the British Legion village.
Right, okay.
And we've just literally, this last few weeks, repatriated someone to the village, which is fantastic because he's absolutely thriving now.
Brilliant.
Which is great to see.
Yeah.
So, and the final act that we can help is with funeral costs.
Okay.
We do always advise people to make sure they've got a funeral plan, but it's the final act of things that we can do for somebody who's served the country, is make sure that they have a send-off.
Yeah, absolutely. And how do people get in touch with you? How do you choose the people to help? How do they get in touch with you?
So we can't approach people, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well, I say unfortunately, we're not allowed to approach people. The Royal Charter doesn't permit that. So we have to be approached by either friends or family or the veteran themselves. Or the person that we call them beneficiaries. It's a terrible name, isn't it? A beneficiary, but it's the wife or husband of the serving person, or service person, or the veteran. Okay. So they approach us, and we then go and send a caseworker out to see what they actually need, because what people ask for isn't always what they need.
Yes.
They might actually need a lot more than they're asking for. So
Okay.
we send a caseworker out to see and
Assess.
ascertain what they actually need.
Okay, all right. And so is it just for the UK veterans here in Spain, or is it for the people back in England as well?
We operate slightly separately from the UK, but we have an overseas team.
Okay.
So we operate here in Spain North, and we have a section down in Spain South as well. So we're districts. So we've got District Spain North, District Spain South. There's Germany, Malta, there's Cyprus as well. But we all have the overseas team from the UK, and we come under the UK team.
Okay.
We provide the same assistance, but a little bit more than they do in the UK, because there's so many other charities in the UK to approach.
Okay.
But overseas, there's only us.
Okay, so you provide more assistance in what way? How do you do that?
So, as I said, we can provide assistance with people who need assistance filling out forms. It's a very simple thing to do when you can do it.
When you can do it, very difficult.
When you have this form that turns up with 32 pages long, and you take one look at it and go,
I can't do that.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
We can send a caseworker or one of our branch community supporters to help fill the forms out and get them sent off. A lot of it's done online now, which is great.
Yeah.
Only can you use a laptop?
Yes.
It's wonderful when people can use a laptop, but not when they can't. Or I say a laptop, a computer as well. But a lot of these things that are being done by the DWP, which is the Department of Works and Pensions, are now being done online. So a lot of older people might not be able, and younger people as well, might not be able to use that.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're now training our staff up to be able to go out and do that as well.
Right. So how do you raise the money? Because you need money to be able to offer people the financial support. How do you do that?
Absolutely. So we are fundraising, which is our biggest time of the year, is the Poppy Appeal.
Okay, yes.
And that's what we call the Poppy Tide. It runs from the launch of the poppy, which is around the middle to the end of October, to after the Armistice Day, which is the 11th of November.
Okay.
And that's our main fundraising period. However, we raise money throughout the year. It's not just a one-off occasion that we raise funds. So we raise funds with doing coffee mornings, we raise funds with holding events, with having stalls. We do a lot of events in the evening. We do menu del dias.
Okay.
A lot of different things. Artists will perform for us, and we'll have events in the evening. So we do a lot of fundraising that way as well.
And how do you let people know about the coffee mornings and the singers and such, like the events that you do?
So in Spain District North, we have approximately 17 branches active at the moment.
Okay.
And they all have Facebook pages.
Right.
Facebook,
wonderful thing.
Wonderful thing, isn't it? We make sure there's flyers that go out as well, because not everybody sees Facebook, or not everybody's on Facebook. So we make sure we advertise it locally as well.
Right.
So in your local area, which is Camposol for here, but in the local area of Murcia, the Murcia branch advertise very well. They're on every site you can imagine, and it's in the local magazines, the local newspapers, of what events are coming up.
Right.
And you will see that in Torrevieja, in Orwell Costa, in Casada, in Javier, in Alicante. All of the branches do exactly the same thing by making sure that they advertise that they're having these events on, to get as many people in as possible, and to make sure that they know that the British Legion's there.
Yes, absolutely. Spreading the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you have your coffee mornings, etc., so people just get together and you just, what happens during a coffee morning? For instance, if you were to run a coffee morning here on Camposol, what would be?
We do a lot of different things. We do a lot of quizzes.
Okay.
People love quizzes.
They do.
We do a lot of quizzes. We do a lot of music round quizzes.
Right.
Which
not so hot on that, but.
A lot of people love that as well. Although it drives me batty because I can never think of the artist.
No.
But we do a lot of games nights. Games nights are becoming very popular with board games.
Right.
Like
okay.
Uckers and Uno and things like that.
Yeah,
the old games.
Yeah.
Monopoly. Oh Lord, don't get them started on Monopoly. But they like the games that we're having games nights as well. They did fundraising. They had, I think somebody had the Tommy 10K, which was the event not long ago that was held in the local area, where they did a 10K walk,
right,
in aid of the British Legion.
Wow.
So they go out for 10K and they did their walk and they came back and raised an awful lot of money from the sponsorship. But
Brilliant.
it was very well attended.
Oh, that's good.
And they've done that in a couple of areas. So they do things like that. We've got a lot of cycle groups, golfing tournaments.
Okay.
So we raise funds from doing that as well.
Okay, all right. And so whereabouts would you hold these events, for instance, on Campusol, if there was an event on Campusol? What are the venues?
The venues are, so we have several bars actually that actually take part in this.
Okay.
So I know Cat's Bar and over on A Sector hold quite a few events for us, and as well as I think there's 3 bars together, isn't there, on A Sector that hold that hold events on a Saturday or a Friday evening.
Okay, yeah.
So they hold their events, but they're held together.
Right, I see.
Through all 3 bars.
Yeah.
We have Mariano's, which is coming up on the 21st of November. They're having a big event there with Caroline May.
Oh, okay.
Who's going to be doing it for us. We have, I'm just trying to think now, Dixie's held an event for us not long ago, and they did another quiz night for us.
Okay.
And we had an event in Ali Pali, which do the charity quiz.
Right.
So
okay.
I think all the bars like to take part in it.
Get involved in it.
And
yeah.
get involved
Yeah.
and raise the money for us. So
Okay.
it's really good because it's very well attended as well.
Right, good.
So
That's what you want, isn't it?
that's
So,
exactly what we
yeah,
want, yes.
Yeah. So apart from the one that you mentioned, Mariana's, are there other events planned for
So there is
Campusol?
another one, not for Campusol. The next event for the Mercia branch will be in Thaheen, which is a Menu del Dia being held up in Thaheen, and
Okay.
that's on their Facebook site now.
Right.
And I know that Torrevieja branch has got a huge event up there in the next few weeks as well.
Okay.
Which is another, I think it's a meal being held up
Okay.
there. So we do things traditionally as well. We have things like Trafalgar Night, we have Burns Night.
Right,
So all
okay.
throughout the year, which are pinnacle parts for the military,
Yes.
we have those events too.
Okay,
so,
you try and time it.
Yeah, we try and time
Yeah.
it very well.
Okay, good. So the Poppy event, you say it's just happened.
Yeah.
Do you have, how much have you raised this year? Do you have figures in yet, or?
We're not allowed to say yet.
You're
No,
not? Okay.
we haven't got our final figures in yet. So our final figures will be released at the end of December, beginning of January time.
Okay, and how much do you normally raise? Have you got an idea from
We
last
have
year?
from last year. We have the figures from last year, and I think there was 109,000 raised from the Poppy Appeal alone last year.
And this is for your district?
This is for our district
Right.
alone,
That's
and this
amazing.
was raised just in Spain North. That's
Wow.
from the border of Almeria up to the French border and out to the Balearic Islands, because we have the Foreign Office in all the islands, in the Balearic Islands, all collect for us as well.
Right.
And the local churches all collect as well. We don't have branches in those areas, so it will be places like the places of worship and the Foreign Office that will always have a poppy tin there.
Okay.
So we have... I'm just trying to think now where else we've had. So we had the 109,000 from the Poppy Appeal,
Yep.
and then we had another grant given to us
Okay.
from the UK, which is with another 12,000, and then we had another grant given to us of 9,000 from the Foreign Office,
Right.
because it tops up our poppy funds. So
Okay.
it tops up the fund for the welfare,
Okay.
because believe it or not, we spend an awfully lot more than we get in, and we do.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
And so finally, how do people actually get in touch with you? Is there an email, a phone number,
Absolutely.
an office?
There's no office, and we don't have physical offices because we all work from home. So our phone number is my number, which is 676 541 780.
Okay.
I have an email, which they'll put across the bottom later on, I
Yes,
think.
they will, I believe.
And which is spainnorth.communitysupport@rbl.community.
Okay.
And we always say, please make sure you ask the person that you're going to ask for help for. Make sure you ask their permission first, because
Yeah.
we're not allowed to actually just rock up on someone's door without them knowing that we're coming.
Right. Okay.
It's one of the things that's part of our charter. But we do want as many people as possible to receive help when they need it.
Absolutely.
So our big thing at the moment is, please ask for help if you need it.
Okay. All right. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on the show today.
Thank you, Louise. Thank you for having me.
It's been very good, and thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching today. Well, that's all we've got time for this week, but we hope you can join us next time when we'll be in someone else's company. See you then.